Okay, I want to welcome you to the astrology forecast for this week, beginning on Monday, January 3rd, lasting up until Sunday, which would be the 9th. So, let's begin. Um, so, what's going on is Venus is in retrograde. Um, looking at a really, really wonderful um, website that structures this whilst I'm doing it. Just to announce, nonetheless, this is an outline that I am adding a lot of my own things to, and adding, a lot of things to that I have to say. So just know that for those who wonder where I get the information. So Venus retrograde, which is sextiling Neptune and the Sun, and Neptune and the Sun are both conjuncting Venus. So, let's begin with Monday. So, Monday. So, this is after the new moon that I made a video on. The next new moon, full moon video. It's going to be the full moon. I'm going to push it till a week after the event occurs, because there'll be more to work with and more to say after that point happens. So, we'll just see. I'm kind of trying different things, trying this and that, seeing what will work, what won't. And I think that it's okay to, if things aren't perfectly consistent, if things aren't perfectly the same, because they may be different. I'm making changes to things. We're all making changes. We all change it up, decide to do this differently, and it's okay. In fact, it's maybe a pretty darn good thing because variety is the spice of life, as we know. So, you live and you learn, and nothing can remain the same, forever. Things change. You feel differently, you might believe differently, and you might want to try this and that. Don't close those things down because, oh, I've started this, I have to continue, I have to continue. Open, open up to these different things. Drawing your boundaries and establishing that balance, so that you don't feel overwhelmed, but at the same time, open up. So that has been a real thing to really balance out. And that's the thing that which requires balancing and, time and decision making work and humility, to try to balance. So the moon being in Capricorn, the moon being your emotions, the moon being quiet. It's very, very inward energy. Um, and the moon is in Earth. Um, and, whilst I'm making this video right now and the moon is in Capricorn, currently I'm just feeling just very, very grounded today, which, is the moon and Earth. The moon is exalted really in Earth in that way because Earth is the element of um, things being stable. Anything stable, it is the element of being grounded in the physical body, grounded in the here and now, and, working one step at a time, achieving a goal in your bodies, and very, very aware of the practical elements of life. So, This new moon has been a time to reflect on your goals and your ambitions before acting upon them, because new moons are more reflective. And so, while the moon is in Capricorn, we feel, very, it's a very, very good time, for business, for work, for really, really, going at a goal and applying all the practical steps um, to it, really, really acting upon things, really, um, you know, great time for achievement, with the exception of the new moon, because it's more reflective. So that's important to know, to consider, and to think about. So, yeah, get things done, check things off the list. So, it's so fitting because this is happening around New Year's, the time where you make your New Year's resolutions, the time to set your goals for, okay, this is what I am leaving behind from 2021. This is what I'm going to put into action in the year of 2022. So, tomorrow afternoon, the moon will move into Aquarius. And I also want to mention, um, yeah. So yeah, that's today, and then yeah, so the moon moves into Aquarius is a detached placement in a good way, and maybe moon signs have their negative. It's this is with moon in Aquarius. If you think about the Aquarius sign, they feel for very big um, issues, very big and broad issues going on. Wanting to serve people from a more detached place, like give to the homeless, do this and that. And the other thing is that Aquarius is not so much in its emotions, but it is more turning on the observer, turning on the observer, and seeing all those from a higher view, and intellectualizing those type of feelings, and they're very wise as well. So then we have Tuesday, January 4th. So the moon in Aquarius is now going to join Saturn in Aquarius. So the moon and Saturn, really feeling secure, really reflecting on your work, reflecting on your goals and ambitions, and feeling the security of the work and the routine and what you're doing. And this also is squaring the planet of Uranus. So when it squares Uranus is the planet that rules Aquarius. Uranus is a wild card. It's all about, if something's just going so stable, and then it is just disrupted. It's just disrupted, and people revolt against the government, and it's just radical revolution. That is very Uranian energy, very concerned with human rights as well, because Aquarius is about human rights and revolution as well. So uh, this could be ungrounding. This could, you know, just, make you feel a little, you know, um, with what it says, unexpected situations may leave you rattled, throwing a monkey wrench into your day. Wanting to, be hyper, wanting to, do this and do that, even, when your mind is not the right place because of the hyperactivity. And, you know, what I am saying is not to, to be grounded despite the energy going on and, just don't, um, you know. So, this could really, really make your mood a little, you know, on edge. Um, and, you could feel less confident in what you're saying and what you're doing and what you want to, you know, act upon, what you want to begin, about your goals that you've set in motion. Um, and this is all about with Mercury and Aquarius. I was listening just today to Deborah Silverman, and she was describing Mercury and Aquarius. Mercury being the mind and the communication process, and Aquarius being humanitarianism, revolution, um, human rights, and all about the future. Everything concerned for what we want, how we want the world to be in the future. Doing something, that's never been done before because, we need to expand the world, needs to become a better place. And it takes those brave souls to do things that has never been done before to move us into a new age for the better. And Mercury in Aquarius is very forward thinking, very advanced thinking, um, you know, thinking, um, you know, out of the good of everyone, and very, very intellectual, looking at the very intellectual, logical pieces of things as well. So very future focus. So it's staying focused, staying in the now, what you want to do in the now for the future. Now, January 5th, Wednesday. So Venus in retrograde in Capricorn is sextiling Neptune in Pisces. So I was listening to Maria De Simone, a really wonderful astrologer, and she was describing trines versus sextiles and how sextiles are, if you had to level them from the easiest to the hardest, trines would be the easiest, squares would be the hardest, because with squares, it's like if two signs were at war with each other. One is fighting, the other's fighting, and so they're not really harmonizing, coming together. So it's like like a, just a, just a tug of war. That's a square, and that's a difficult and uncomfortable aspect. So trines are super easy. You don't have to think about those. Very graceful aspects. Sextiles are very compatible. Give them a push in the right direction, and um and you know you're good to go. She was describing it as like if you were to see a tree of fruit um outside your window, and the only block and obstacle is the window. And if you were to open that window, then you would just be able to reach out, get the fruit. So I just wanted to mention that and cite that um, just to really claim it. So um, Venus retrograde sextiling Neptune, Venus in Capricorn is How serious are we about our relationships? How involved are we? Is this what we really want? Is this really going to serve us? Is this right for us? All these type of things. Sextile Neptune, which gives a lot of greater spiritual compassion for the person in relationships, and also Neptune can be, a bit of a romantic um, planet um, as well. Really, really delving deep into the other person's soul and wanting to just um, be with them and harmonize with them, and you know just have that sort of relationship that can be something that is very dreamy in words. So it's a great day to think, just to get outside of yourself, being selfless, looking at what your spouse or your partner would require, thinking about what they want, what they need, what would be best for them, helping them out. How can I give in a very humble, compassionate way? Because Pisces, wants to, make a difference, feels, for everyone, everything. Not that, people don't, but just, I'm just talking about signs. I'm not talking about certain people, but just in terms of signs, that Pisces is a sign. Now, with people, it can depend. I mean, there's all sorts of varieties. Things are not black and white. So I just want to own at signs. Pisces is the element of all of us that feels the compassion, um, you know, for every living being and every one and everything. So, just accepting and loving them as they are. And with that love comes help, it comes service. So, this is a great time to, be with your partner, help your partner, do things with them, treat your partner to different things. It's very lovely um, energy with this going on. So, Venus retrograde really, really pulls things up, really pulls if there's any issues going on in relationships, anything concerning your relationships, any disconnect, any, not giving the other person slack, give and take, all these things, it just reveals it. So it's reflecting upon your relationships. Just taking time to reflect, because when planets retrograde, it's time to reflect on these things. Um, so then on Thursday, January 6th, Moon moves through Pisces, sextiles Uranus and the Sun. Moon sextile Uranus um, and Pisces is, with, and then Uranus, the moon in Pisces, creating a soft, mystical quality to the day, with Uranus and Taurus, looking at values and things. And it's time to have fun. Pisces, they can be, the sign is, and, escaping sign, wanting to escape the realities of this world. Um, you know, Wanting to, because that's when Neptune was discovered, there were drugs that was undiscovered, because when you're, taking drugs, you are getting out of what is going on in the world. So it's good to It's a good day to have have fun and being wild in that sort of way. Letting yourself indulge, giving yourself permission, because Uranus is very, as I said, wild energy. Which is very liberating energy. If you think about, you wanting to rebel or revolt or express yourself, then that feels like a good feeling to, fight for your rights and to, you know, activate that. So it's that sort of, feeling, doing those crazy things. Um, so there's a lot of opportunity with this when it comes to social and also business related matters as well. So there may be some good things coming. Um, and with this, Uranus, Aquarius is forward thinking and it inspires others to, be forward thinking. Like, look what I'm doing. Have you ever thought about this? Here's how we can, better the world or, all those types of things. And Aquarius, at its worst can be like this, you know, uh, I'm detaching. I don't want to, but so Aquarius at worst is this. Aquarius at best is this, open to new styles, new ways of doing this or thinking about this, that you wouldn't expect. So, people inspiring you and expanding your mind, moving into something new that you never thought about, consider doing. Um, with this, so then January 7th, the moon is still in Pisces. So it's still a great time for meditation and um, connecting to the divine. A lot of creative energy is opening up, wonderful for your music or art going on with that. And it joins Neptune. And so Neptune is rules illusion and rules confusion. So it rules a world where things are just unclear, where, for something to be truly divine, it does not have a language, but it's in the feeling. It's in the vision or, using, your other senses and connecting with them, connecting with things in a very, just a very detached but connected, soulful sort of way. Um, so, with this, there could be challenges in, communication with the fogginess that could possibly be there. Um, there might be some wanting to wander off going on. You might want to, wander off, daydream, want to be creative, want to escape, because Neptune energy is very in the clouds, head in the clouds sort of energy. So, it's, just a good time to take a nap, metaphorically speaking, take a break, not, be overly ambitious and push and, do this and do that if things seem so difficult, because you might be feeling like you might want to relax because, the energy might not be, very, like an Aries sort of energy, which is very uplifting and strong and like let's get up and go and conquer. Um, there could be with this some sensitivity going on because Pisces is emotionally empathic and sensitive, and also psychically tune into others, into their moods, into their energies. So, with this comes drawing boundaries to, because the energies are going to be very sensitive and they can alter, your mood, make you maybe, you feel frustrated because of being around just the energy, just the vibration of the negativity. So not letting that energy, pull you down, and thinking positively, um, being positive, what really is, nourishing and makes you feel very grounded as well. So then Saturday, Sun joins Venus retrograde in Capricorn. So Sun in Capricorn, um, you know, joins Venus in Capricorn. So with this, Venus is your love and your relationships, and Sun is your ego. Sun rules Leo. Getting out there into the world, showing yourself. You could be feeling more social. Um, so it's a good time to, get out there and open up and connect with, being socially. So Venus being in retrograde, um, what can I fix in this relationship? What's going on in this relationship that just I need to improve for the better? What can I do to, make this better for the other person? All of these types of issues. So, if for example, if you have a disagreement, um, if there's some an oil and water type situation, this is about being the peacemaker and being open to what the other person has to say and coming to an agreement and finding a way to do that. Maybe a compromise where both sides can be understood and there can be an agreement with that. So then Sunday, January 9th, Moon moves through Aries. And when Moon's in Aries, Moon's your emotions, Aries is cardinal fire, then, this is just, with the Sun in Capricorn, this is the day, if, with the heavy lifting that you put aside with the Neptune energy that I talked about. Now's the time to do, because Aries gives you the motivation of um, picking up and not really being lazy, but just going for it and getting things done and really putting so much into it. Capricorn is about excellence and how much are you putting into it. The more you put into something, the more you get out of it. Think about, like, if you were to work very, very hard, very long and hard for a goal, like those swimmers in the, Olympics, the Academy Awards, they put so much work and dedication and care and time. And so that reward and that acknowledgement and the thank yous and whatever reward they're getting is so much more worth it, and that is only practical. So Moon also squares Pluto and Capricorn. So where are you? Where are you not being your inner authority? Where are you? Are you really focused, committed? Plotting up that mountain, really focused on your goals at hand. So with this, Capricorn at the low level is, status prestige, so concerned with money, wanting to be, up there, wanting to be the best and have so much and bragging, oh, I'm so much better than you, I've worked so much harder, So, there could be some situations where you might perceive people who seem to be controlling and wanting, with power, because Pluto is power and Capricorn is earthy, laying down the law, the boss in charge, very disciplinary and very strict. And so this is about you and what, you think that is right for you, going with, beating to the beat of your own drum and drawing your boundaries and detaching in a healthy way to um, people who, at this point in time, you may perceive to be hungry for control. Pluto rules Scorpio. Scorpio is about control, and we're moving away from that because Scorpio is in the South Node. So, thank you for tuning in. Have a great week.